Well, it's been a minute since I've recorded a proper video with sound. There's some reasons behind that, but it's been a minute. So we are back in the No Man's Sky. I am going to beat up this pirate Dreadnaught because I feel like it needs it. So let me just jump in here. Someone showed me recently quickest way to dismantle one of these. And unfortunately, I don't know that I'm going to save this freighter doing this. I just wanted to try it. Okay, so the first thing is take out their engines. And once they're done taking out, go ahead and get up here, just like so. Let's get in the trench, do the Star Wars run, and blast through all of these shield generators here. Notice that their cores will come up. I don't believe it's necessary to destroy the cores, but we're gonna try it. Got one of those cores right there. I've heard it written out. I've seen it written out quite a bit that people think you have to destroy all of those plus the cores to actually capture the pirate vessel. We're gonna test that out right now. I don't think it's true. I hope it's true. There we go. Okay, so Dreadnaught vulnerable. We've wiped out all the shields. Someone... You know, I'm not sure. I think you actually have to take down... the hull of the pirate vessel to board it. I don't think they'll just give up. And I did see a walkthrough, like, oh yeah, let's just give up. Oh, okay. So you do a decent amount of damage and then you just kill some corpse. Is pretty much what it looks like. So I guess I might have partially watched that video correctly. Sure. Let's go over here. Swoop around and land. I'm back on the Udashaya because I love that cosmetically awesome Dreadnaught I built. I'm calling everything a Dreadnaught tonight. That awesome Corvette that I built, but it is kind of it's a cruiser is what we're gonna call it. Okay, so it's an interstellar cruiser. It's a pleasure cruiser. It's a land on planet and hover cruiser. But when you're going around like trying to get Corvette parts on the ground in third-person ship mode, it can be a little of a hassle. So it's got a long tail. Any ship with a long tail is a little unwieldy like that if you're in third-person mode. I suppose I could go in the, first person. And it's a C-class. What are you doing? Why are you pirating stuff in your C-class pirate vessel? Give me a tribute. I'm wasting my time. Give me tribute. Alright, 6 mil is a decent tribute. I gotta say this, it's not a bad tribute. I just cannot. Yay. I cannot even. Okay. What's with today? I have been a bit under the weather and a little annoyed because I've recorded 2 videos now and full disclosure, I keep forgetting to check if the microphone is turned on. So I'm more irritated with myself than anything else that I keep not turning the microphone on. It's just infuriating. So, I'll be here just yammering away like a complete, goon at the microphone. Thinking I'm recording a whole video. I'm just sitting here talking to myself with the mic off. Not even aware of it. Not at all. Which it may be better for viewers. Again, like you guys can always comment. Let me know what you actually feel. I do see I'm getting a bunch of views. Not a bunch of views, but some views. I really appreciate it. But I don't see any comments. I see a like here and there, but I don't see any comments. Alright. Let's go back on the Udashaya. I honestly, man, I might with the Udashai. I might change it to Udayasha. I kind of like a Udayasha. Gotcha. Alright. Well, I love the color scheme of some of these freighters that I come across. And I feel like it's always the ones that are not up for hire that have the nicest color schemes. I'll tell you what. Ah! Alright, so this is something I haven't found basically anywhere. It's supposed to be, if you're in a pirate sector, you don't get penalized. You don't lose friendship points or whatever. If you're destroying a faction's freighter cargo pods, those free-floating pods are not supposed to count against your faction affinity, but they do. They almost always do. So I guess it is neat to actually see that that's not an old update, old version thing, and that it's some of the newer ones. They actually count that as an unincorporated district, unincorporated system, I guess, where they don't count against you. That's nice. Let me check out what this freighter is. It is an A class. I'm just very curious with my massive pirate freighter S class. I can't believe I got. Landed that beauty. You know what I mean? It was a complete accident, so I think it was awesome. I fought a few of those pirate dreadnoughts, but that was fantastic to just discover it being an S class. That was really thrilling. I don't know if you noticed, or if it matters to anyone watching, but I put in the kind of the marathon symbol. Don't sue them, Bungie! It's not really the marathon symbol because it's not a dot in the center. It's not even a sphere, so that's fine. But I put this in as a directional indicator because it's me, but for some reason I would keep walking down these 3 hallways, and I'd skip past and have to go back or whatever, and then I'd keep trying to go up this way, and hit the wall and be really annoyed. I want to go straight up into my cockpit here. And I mean, a sane person would remove the other ladder, but at the same time, that ladder kind of makes it easier to get around. So I don't really want to remove it. Now, here's the test. We're going to see if yeah, okay, cool. We're going to see if by destroying the shield, and verily, the old freighter. Alright, well this isn't counting against us either, and that's nifty, because this is one of the ways to get frigate modules. I don't seem to be picking anything up. I might be missing it. I don't seem to be picking anything up. Oh! I'm sorry, what? Okay, well, so I guess attacking private vessels in this sector will still get you in trouble with the Sentinels. Do I want to deal with this right now? I don't know if I want to deal with this right now. Man, I tell you what though, building a new Corvette and flying it around really made me appreciate the upgrades that I've put into my current Corvette. I'll tell you what, because the other guy does not fire rogues like this Corvette. It took some doing to actually destroy the Sentinel capital ship, which it just really not always the case. It took some doing. But I have some decent have some decent mods on here that are actually making it. Actually, what am I talking about? I thought I had more. I thought I had okay, yeah, duh. It's late. I have a couple upgrades that my cyclotron and my photon cannon, and I've got it supercharged with this, just the upgrade itself and the photon cannon. So that's why this thing shoots worms. I think on the other Corvette, if I plan on doing any dogfighting with it, whatever, I would do the same thing. I'd want to get a couple more supercharged slots. Upgrade the guy. Already upgraded to him. But and tell you something interesting. It seems that if you're going to be building a Corvette, you really have performance. You need to build it, the bare basic bones parts of it, and then go over to the upgrade thingy-madoo and upgrade with nanites to S-Class, and save right before you do it. Keep cycling through that until you get the exact array of supercharged slots you want and number of supercharged slots you want. I don't know that the number changes, but the way that they're placed may or may not change. A lot of people like a block. I don't care enough, frankly, to do that, but do it before you build your Dreadnaught, or your thing that I'm flying right now. So that you have ideal supercharger speeds. You know, the people say, if you're in a distant system, which I currently am, the sentinels that you see, trigger them, are indicative of the ones you find if you land on a planet. So I'm thinking those are pretty good looking buddies there. I'm gonna have to find the dissonant world. Ooh, might be worth it. Before this, I was going through and collecting some more Corvette components, parts on different worlds, and man, some of them are rather spread out. Like, I left a couple moons, just didn't even want to go on after 2 or 3 caches of Corvette parts. Because it just stupid spread out, completely across the planet, across the moon, without any realistic way of getting from one to one. So I guess if you find a really good, easily farmable Corvette module world, bookmark it, create a colony, name it Corvette modules or something, and then get back to it. That is really, they're rarer than, at least with my roll of luck. That's, luck dice. I really am kind of a fan of pulsing, cycling through your weapon. Because when these guys are whipping around, even better, I think, if I took off some of the mid-range weaponry, like the phase beam, and even the cyclotron. Can't because it looks really cosmetically cool, but if I took those off, pulsing between missile and I think with the cyclotron on is a really effective way to just kind of flip through without overheating. Interceptors. This ship is full, just full of salvage glass too, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. There. Hey, buddy! I can't believe there was a day when I thought that you had to manually triangulate and track these guys. Just holding S or the key on your console, as I do, is just so. It's so much better. It's so much less annoying. I can't even believe it. Now, while I'm recording over here, try moving the mics a bit. See if that... Yeah, that's maybe not too bad. Let's maybe do that later. I've noticed I've gotten on a swing arm now, so it's a little bit closer to my face. Hopefully this is going to record better. This will serve as a sound check. It's a little closer to my face. It should be easier to understand. But every time I pull the swing arm out, it rubs against my monitor. They're really new monitors. I don't know. Barrel pulls. I think I'm spending too much time on this. Oh, come back. They love to stay up way there. They love it. Well, while I'm waiting for reinforcements, I am moving the mic swing arm over because I really don't want that to rub against the edge of my monitor. Sorry for breaking immersion, everyone who thinks we're in a real-time actual space battle. Truly. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, right here. Okay. Alright, so. Buddies. Come to pop a photon cannon, buddies. Also, I cannot believe just how fast the stock photon cannon goes. It was kind of blowing my mind when I was playing around with Song of Error there. It overheats fast. Alright, come on. Are we going to summon the Central Capital ship, or are we stuck in an infinite loop? Because sometimes it will in fact be stuck in said infinite loop. Okay, that's a little bit better. I know the quality content people keep coming back to my videos for me adjusting the mics. But hey, at least it keeps me quiet. Hey. Yeah, I'm beginning to think this might be an infinite loop. What would we be on now? Wave 4 or 5? So if it's not the capital ship this wave, I'm gonna say we gotta go down the planet. Again with the pulsing, it really is a pretty quick and nasty way to get through these fights. It speeds it up. You don't want to be having too much downtime waiting for your weapons to cool off on the ship. Oh, come on, go to some suit. There we go. Should we do one more wave? Let's do one more wave. Why not? I mean, that really is pretty quick, right? You hit it with a bunch of different energy truck types and maybe a missile. It's in full solution. You just knock it right out of the sky. I love it. Like, combat could always be more challenging in the game. There's settings for that. I don't know what my other settings are. I should probably check that. Yeah, this is looking to be a cycle. Yeah. Disappointing! Oh man. Shell Stream Planet. Yeah, I'm just plain curious. Shoot. these interceptors. That is something I definitely don't like. Loops. The loops. Loops. By loops, I mean sometimes you just get stuck in the endless cycle of endless waves of sentiments. Like, Hello Games, seriously, if you're gonna add, if you want to add anything that'll make a bug into a feature, seriously consider adding some kind of record for over 5 or over whatever Sentinel waves, and just do it that way. Just do it that way. Just people would love you for it. And I guess if you have the inventory space, if you're lucky enough to get one of those infinite waves, endless waves of Sentinels, farm it. Just farm it. It's a good way to get glass. It's a good way to get some of those modules. Maybe if you're lucky. I still got it. I think I need to change out my giant screen back here. I don't think that makes much sense to have a virtual theater, unless you're, you know, if I could turn the pilot's chair around, maybe I could put the screen in here and have a virtual theater. But it doesn't make much sense there as it is. I just put it in as something to beautify the wall a little bit there. Because I would love to have some quarter panel mountable. By what I mean is, a normal sized hab, you'll have a space on each side to mount a utility room. I would love the quarter panels, the ends of the room, to also have something functional you can add onto it. There are some things that you can... excuse me, like you can throw a weapon display rack up there, but you can only do that so many times. And people are building big Corvettes. They're building large Corvette. I hate the fly-headed organisms. You know, I hate to be that way, but these are real upsetting looking guys there. Although at least this one's got eyes on top of the fly eyes, so that's a little Call of Cthulhu-y. So that's a little more unique. I don't like the fly-eyed creatures. The mammals with fly eyes. Pet peeve! Oh, I might need to turn in instead of recording. I'm not sure. I jumped on real quick to just do a pirate ship thing and do some... farm some Corvette modules, and here we are. I love things like this, but then when the Huskite, I guess once I have recorded it, ooh, checking this dude out. I guess once I have recorded it, I will eventually get a projector that lets me project anything from your Wonders tab. Like you can add things that you've discovered. Discoveries like this tree. I could go and add it to my Wonders. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Wonders over here. Oh, I didn't realize it recorded my glitches. That's pretty nifty. I guess there's a limited amount. I figured it was kind of, you know, less restricted than that, but okay. Oh yeah, by the by, I just found one of the highest radiation planets, or the highest radiation planet in my playthrough. It was an ocean world, really beautiful. I started swimming in the ocean and realized that it had incredibly high radiation to the point that my health was just dropping. So, Planet Records, probably a good way to come back and see if you want to go to specific worlds like Deepest Ocean If you were going to build a really wild water base, probably a place you'd want to go. Highest radiation level, I have no idea why you'd want to go there, but I'm sure there's reasons. If you have high radiation resistance, you could go there and farm like the storm crystals and valuable surface stuff. But the weird thing about this world is it was mostly underwater, and the water was insanely radioactive. Just health dropping like no other. I was blown away. So, yeah, the point of all that was, if you see Corvette builds where they have like the insectoids crawling on the hull, or if they have other like the scrat rat animal thing manning the gun turrets on the hull, that's the projector, the Wonder Projector. And boy, am I going to abuse that when I get it. I tell you what, because I'm going to put some weird wonders. The other thing people use it for is building the really cool-looking, biological-looking ships, where they'll get like tendrils and tentacles and strange organic structures, and then they'll just put the projectors all over the whole of the ship and project a bunch of weird biological-looking structures. Hello, you're like a Liger werewolf. You're like a werewolf. Kind of a rat face. You're a rare wolf. You got one heck of an overbite, buddy. My goodness. Is dentistry available in No Man's Sky? Like, look at that overbite. Sir, it's weird the bipeds always do that prayer move when you're feeding them. It's a little alarming. You know, it's getting closer and closer to the Skinwalker archetype that I really want. I really want a Skinwalker. And I'm having a heck of a time finding one. I've even Google image searched and gone through looking at a bunch of other videos of stuff pets. I haven't seen any. What are you guys, psychics? You guys kill with like mind bullets, or it looks like you killed with a touch. Kind of kung fu humanoids over here. Totally not furry humanoids. Because they got no fur. Alright, this planet, as cool as it is, see what I did there, is shaping up to be kind of a waste of time. I hate to say it. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't understand. I still don't understand the rule. Still don't understand the rule of where you can scan stuff to identify it. It seems like it's 150 yards max, and then other times, if you're able to triangulate or like hit the target when you do the crosshair, you can scan stuff that's like 300, 500 yards away, no problem. I really don't understand how that works. What's that? I didn't see the funky Beetlejuice colors on you. That's pretty neat. You're kind of a cool guy. Alright, cool. Yeah, there's some neat pet options on this world. I would have to say, like, you might want to actually come back to this world, folks. Yeah. Euclid Galaxy. By the way, I plan to spend most of my time in the Euclid Galaxy, and I record most of the videos there, because I have noticed that a lot of stuff that people will recommend online, they will fail to mention what galaxy it's in. So you'll put in those coordinates, and it'll take you to a random world, which is cool for exploration, but I've noticed the randomness of the worlds generated is not quite random enough. So you may end up on a flame world and going through a portal or Stargate and end up on flame world after flame world after flame world. Which I guess if you do it on a paradise planet, find a gate, you could have a good time. That's something I might need to try out. Of course, with my luck, it would probably just cycle me back through flame worlds. Let's go ahead and name this Frosty Petopia. about that? That's what we're naming it. That way we can come back here at any time. I can figure out those wild flying sky worms someday. And, yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Alright. Before I take off here, I'm gonna actually pop one of these dissonance detector AI fragments from the carrier. That's a reason to farm the Sentinel capital ships like that. So instead of going through the time that, say we're out Sentinel hunting, right? So instead of going through the time to find the harmonic base and complete the quick puzzle and unlock the multi-tool, if you just want to go straight to the Sentinel and see exactly what you get in a dissonant galaxy or a dissonant solar system, you can pop a carrier AI fragment. And what the carrier AI fragment does is it just simply takes you directly to one of the Sentinels, which is handy dandy. Now that I've said that, I must have misclicked while we were over here. I was convinced we were in a dissonant galaxy, or solar system even. Might have to throw some more of those blue exterior lights on my hull. I kind of dig those, I gotta say. Alright, so it's detected the harmonic echo, which is, I guess, what it says when it finds the distant energy field, aka a Sentinel ship. I don't know what changed and why, but I am getting these mid-space during transit traders a lot more often. A lot more often. Ooh. Well, oh, too bad I don't have a convergence cube on me. I'm gonna bargain for a relic. See what they've got. Ornate statuettes. Alright. Swifty. So near as I can tell, you get relics like this, unearthed treasures. You can take them to a trade station on a planet, or a planetary archive, and they will have an archaeology station where you can exchange it for something of higher value. So you can level up that relic, and then I guess the idea is you just sell it after that. I think some of them are just kind of cool to collect. They have interesting flavor to them, and it would be really neat if they'd let us collect relics like that to display. Right, Hello Games? Hello Games? Alright, well, let's hop out. I don't know what if it thinks we're on a mission for that Sentinel ship. Wandering frosts, copious flora, ample fauna. Oh, that's gonna be... I didn't think about that guy right there. Okay, you know what? I have got plenty of these buddies on my other parts of the ship. We are gonna real quick fix this. I apologize for mid-video decoration, but hey, you know, my two how to decorate videos got recorded without sound, so let's just call it even. So what I was kind of saying in those videos is that I like the sci-fi world building, and I think a lot of the community is kind of on board here, where they just like being able to world build their strange little sci-fi world and the environment on their ship to tell a story. And this being a converted freighter, and by the way, when you're world building, you can also do some pretty trick stuff, like install 3 of these containers that will give you things like antimatter or location data on a cyclical basis, so you can constantly check them with your active balance pass if you want. They'll give you like navigation data, which is pretty spectacular if you think about it. You can have a farm on your own ship. So I like to engage in a little bit of sci-fi world building, show off the fact that this is, in fact, some sort of freighter that's being used to transport goods. There might be a crew that's doing work on board, and we have workstations set up for them to do some crafting and build and repair things that they found on the ship. I absolutely love having the multi-tool archive. Everything you see available on the ship, and I'm going to keep repeating it because it took me so long to figure out, everything you see available on the ship you get from the anomaly in the same area that you buy upgrades for your multi-tool and buy upgrades for other devices. Right, so by devices I mean like ship and colony and stuff. Ooh, you know, I love these little clusters. These little clusters. Sometimes they're tameable pets, and sometimes they're just little visual clusters. I'm not clear on why some worlds will have the same model of entity, and it won't be tameable. Because there are worlds that have things like this that are tameable pets. They'll have the swirls of like the Fey globes of light. What is this? Alright, okay. So it is interesting. That's pretty interesting. But it'll let you locate the Sentinel as if it's part of a quest. It's kind of cool. Alright. And it looks like myth busted right here, okay? We have a Cylon style, almost a flying disc. This looks absolutely nothing like the Sentinel interceptors that were after the... And I guess it is a different system, so don't, it is a different solar system. Don't come for me for saying that. But it looks absolutely nothing like those other Sentinels. I wonder if we pick a fight here, we're probably going to get Sentinels that look more like that. So, maybe not so myth busted, but just it's supposed to apply to all of the Sentinels in the nearby vicinity. But I was really looking forward to a pretty winged Sentinel. But here's what we got right here. We got this Cylon kind of flying pancake. It's like a yellowy orange. It's a light orange. At least in this lighting. In the other lighting, it looked more of the hazard orange. It's not bad looking. It's not great looking. I don't want to go through all my other ships and make room for it, but it's not bad looking. Still gonna just drop a colony there, base computer there, and I haven't found a better way of doing this. If someone else has, please give me a shout out, but I have just been naming these, dropping a base computer, go in and you rename it what it is. Orange Cylon Sentinel. And I'm calling them Cylons because they look like the Cylon fighters. I hope that's... Figure we're all sci-fi fans here. So... well, that's what it do. That's what it be and what it do. You know, I didn't closely inspect enough. I might have to go back and check that Christmas. Hello? Real Dragony. I like those guys. I might have to go back and check the VOD from around Christmas time when I posted that weird Sentinel that was Santa themed and had heckin' trees all over it and snow. I'm assuming that's like Oddity Projector 2, but I didn't actually look for the projectors themselves. So I'm gonna have to go back and check on that. Maybe. And now here's a conundrum. I can search these storage containers and I can pick up, if it lets me, not storage containers, these guys, the Ellis Bass canisters, and keep picking up gear and stuff. I can't search the planners like you do on a space station. And it's funny to me that you can search one and get gear out of it, not the other. It's kind of strange. Yeah. Well, the moral of the story is don't put any of these big, tall canisters in front of your airlock controls, so you won't be able to easily operate the hatch or beam down to a planet. So there. And I think that's pretty much going to be about all the time we have for now. So I'm going to end it here, but just so you know, in the near future, we are going to be on a trip to the center of the galaxy. And yes, I said I would keep filming a lot of stuff in Euclid Galaxy, but it is also kind of a core mission here. So we may end up exploring more than just Euclid sometime soon. I'll see you Starside.